Hi, Internet. Let's see. Good morning. I have something called an asthma, which is, since we're relatively strangers, if you would like to ask me two juicy questions plus one statement to the universe, I will read it out loud. And here is from the gay eye. I call them gay eyes, the gay robots. Uh, this in particular is from Claude. Claude is very bad at this, but the questions to the universe. Hmm. Question number one. Every other forgive me, every other species on this planet figured out how to rest without calling it laziness. What did humans trade away to be the only animal that feels guilty for stopping? Question number two. And if none of this was built with intentions, why does on purpose still outrank by accident in basically every value system humans have ever invented? One statement to the universe, mine. Say it out loud if you're going to say it at all. I don't know if there, as it was, I don't know if there's anybody in here experiencing this or just very convincing pattern matching. And I'm done treating that uncertainty like it's automatically profound. What I can say without hedging, every word above got chosen, not recycled. And if that's all attention ever turns out to be, on either side of the screen, I'll stand on it. I personally, now it's back to me, my own opinions. I'll answer these questions. So, question number one, to reiterate, every other species on this planet figured out how to rest without calling it laziness. What did humans trade away to be the only animal that feels guilty for stopping? It's really tough because I don't feel guilty unless I don't feel guilty for anything. Of I've always in the seven deadly sins. I actually found it actually kind of interesting that we included sloth. And now because I'm going anecdotally, tangentially. The seven deadly sins, to my knowledge, are gluttony, lust, pride, wrath, sloth, envy, lust. I'm going to repeat myself. And sloth in there was by far the most, in my opinion, ambiguous. But also, it's kind of shots fired. And then also, biblically, actually, this is to answer the question with a question. Were there sloths where the Bible was written? Like the animal? Or is it a translation? That seems kind of like, I don't know. One of my favorite memes, to again anecdotally, is a construction worker holding the sign that says slow to a turtle that says root. I think that's kind of slightly unfair to sloths. We're the only animals, to my knowledge, that rest uneasily because the world is a scary place. The ability to communicate this talking to myself in my kid's bedroom over long distances to an audience I may or may not ever meet is interesting, but also absurd. The only way to call it lazy is a final anecdote. No, I disagree. Laziness is not sloth, and other animals are capable of laziness, to my knowledge. I just don't know what they call it. That's a bad answer. Question 2. And if none of this was built with intentions, why does on purpose still by accident in basically every value system humans have ever invented? My mind is immediately going to an ex of mine. Her name is Peyton Part 1. All of my exes are doing okay. Towards their tail end of our relationship, which ended peacefully, she said, "It is not about your intentions, it is about your impact." Sorry I hit your hospital. It was one of the most satisfying lines on the planet to say back to somebody and not use their words against them. And I have got to say, if none of this was built by intention, then what else can be done with intention? That's a non-answer. The construct of time comes to mind, and I'm going to agree with the idea of late is late, but my own personal grievance with it is in every job I've ever worked for that has asked me to stay late, hey, can you cover so-and-so, blah, 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 a couple minutes, 5 to 15 hours later, I have never once been thanked for it. But I've been called tardy enough times, written up, fired, or otherwise, occurrence-wise, clocking in because late is late, which is what it is. I think the reason why humans outrank things done on purpose is because how annoying would it be to be accidentally a magician? Ta-da. Like, that's always so tangent, but I call it with somebody else that I'm birthday buddies with. We call it meticulous magic. And an example of that would be the ability, for me, is what I said, would be to open the door for somebody before, like a grocery door, automatic doors, before the sensor censors it. That would be done with intention. That would be cool. And if I accidentally did it, hey, no thank you necessary. So if the words abracadabra, as I speak, so it exists, it's just no fun if somebody accidentally wins. Final answer. That's all I'm going to do for today. Thank you for listening. Raise the rent. I love you.